My name is Vernon F. Miller, and this is Sports News Stream, where we provide the latest content in sports. Please, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of all the latest content we upload. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you, and please comment along with hitting that like button. We reply to all comments. Greetings. This is the NFL report presented by Sports News Stream. It's a lot of moves going on in the NFL. Again, this is a new video with the updates on what's going on. So without any further delay, let's get right into it. Breaking news. Todd Gurley and the Atlanta Falcons have come to agreement on a one-year deal. Financial specifications on that deal have yet to be determined. That will be definitely updated as we get more details. This is definitely a big move for the Atlanta Falcons, being the fact that they lost Freeman, or they decided to let Freeman go, and now they were able to pick up another solid Pro Bowl running back. It's interesting to see how he's going to be able to fit within that offense. Is his knees healthy enough to fit within that offense? And things of that nature. I think it's a good switch up, especially if they bring in another back who can definitely take the load off of Gurley. But nonetheless, it's definitely a good power move. It was either Miami or the Atlanta Falcons, and it seems like the Atlanta Falcons won that bid. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Number two, big trade of the day. A big trade of the day, in my opinion. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions have agreed on a trade for Darius Slay. This is a big move for the Philadelphia Eagles, who for the last few years have had secondary issues on their defense. So this is a power move right here. Darius Slay has the ability to stick the opposing team's best wide receiver one-on-one. So this is definitely a power move for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Detroit Lions in return receives a third round and a fifth round pick, and the Eagles and Darius Slay have agreed on a 3-year, $50 million deal, or an extension, and $30 million of that will be guaranteed. So this is definitely an upgrade for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are done. You also remember they re-signed Jalen Mills to a 1-year deal, and he will be sliding over to safety. So they're definitely starting to really work on that secondary. So in my opinion, I think the Eagles, if they don't go wide receiver and or linebacker in the free agency market, look for them to definitely do that in the draft. Next up is Nick Foles have been traded to the Chicago Bears 1 year after the Jaguars signed him to that big lucrative $88 million deal. Things just didn't work out for Nick Foles in Jacksonville, so the Chicago Bears took Nick Foles on from Jacksonville. It's going to be interesting to see how that quarterback battle plays out. Travinsky hasn't really panned out to what they would have liked for him to be, that being the Chicago Bears. So look for that to be definitely a quarterback battle down there. So, in my opinion, I think Nick Foles will be able to get the job from Travinsky. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Will they slide Travinsky as the backup, or will they trade him later on? But Nick Foles has been traded to the Chicago Bears. Moving on, the Arizona Cardinals agreed to a 3-year, $20 million deal with Devon Kennard. This is a solid move for the Cardinals, who are definitely looking like they're trying to push and make a playoff run this upcoming season. Hopefully there is an upcoming season. I think that with them solidifying the defense already, with them getting DeAndre Hopkins on the offensive side, and that young quarterback that they picked up in the draft last year, I think the Cardinals are definitely going to make a push in the NFC, definitely within their division. And last but not least, Joe Flacco was released by the Denver Broncos today. He failed his physical. It's going to be interesting to see what type of landing spots are readily available for Joe Flacco. He was traded to the Broncos from the Baltimore Ravens the previous year with the rise of Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson, taking over the NFL. Flacco really didn't have a chance. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out for him. I don't see him really being in any type of starting role. I think he'd be a solid backup for a team. Maybe in the team even though the Eagles did sign Nate Setterfield, I think that would still be somebody that they could possibly look at. He's a veteran quarterback, still has a big arm. I think a team that needs just a solid backup quarterback to keep the offense trickling down the field when your star quarterback is down for a few weeks. I think he would definitely be a good pickup and an option. Hey, with that being said, that's all we have for right now. Let me know in the comment section below what trade or what move you thought was a good move, what move you thought was very surprising. Was that Gurley release surprising? Was that Eagle trade? Did that put them at least into contention for another Super Bowl run, or do they need more? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Definitely appreciate all of the love and support that we're receiving. We're going to keep these videos coming as the NFL news starts to continue to materialize. And next up, we're going to be talking about the Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovin trilogy coming up on September 11th. Thanks for the love and support. We're on to the next one.